This is the Brian McCarthy interview show. If you're under 18, don't listen. Having said that, the show is really awesome. And if you did listen, no one would really know. But don't listen. Don't listen, kids. Okay? Don't listen.
Niños, escuchen estas palabras mientras que salen de mis labios aprietos. El siguiente programa, aunque esto sea muy divertido para toda la gente, no es para los niños. Como un burro que busca agua fría, un balde, y eso le va a dar toda la satisfacción que necesita, esta agua no es para ustedes. Por favor, vayan donde sus padres. Ayúdelos a limpiar los baños. No vayan a escuchar esto. Es muy importante. Que Dios nos bendiga a los Estados Unidos.
Enfants du monde, détournez les yeux et bouchez-vous les oreilles. Le programme suivant, bien que spectaculaire et divertissant à tous égards, n'est pas pour vous. Veuillez vous détourner et jouer dans les Champs-Élysées ou peut-être dans les catacombes humides de Paris, car devant vous se trouve la ruine. Vous avez été prévenus, s'il vous plaît. N'écoutez pas, et pourtant, sachez que nous faisons tout cela pour vous, car vous êtes l'avenir et vous êtes la lumière. Que Dieu vous bénisse et dit bonjour à votre mère de ma part.
Brian McCarthy interview show. Adam is now drinking his Coke. Disco. Listen to that beat. Breaking it down in Uptown. Take your hand and touch it. Touch it. Now rub it. Brian McCarthy interview show. Listen to that beat. Touch it. Now rub it. I wish I could still drink. I could still drink. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are back. We took last week off because
summer vacation.
Little summer vacay. Boy, what did I do? Nothing. No, we it's 4th of July, so we didn't do a show. But anyway, well, listen, welcome to listening, welcome to watching. If you are watching on YouTube, you can do that like and the click and all that bullshit, please. And
smash it.
I know. Smash that like button.
You hate saying it. I love saying
it. I know, you do. Well, you said
so
ironic.
Like and subscribe.
I'm so worried that people will think I'm some aging. Well, I mean, anything I do is I'm aging, but I don't want people to think I'm being serious when I say it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you got to be tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
But even when it comes to sign up for the Patreon, I'm not really saying it ironically.
No.
Am I a pitch man?
You are. Whatever you're selling, I'm buying it twice. You could sell me a timeshare.
ShamWow.
Yeah, I'd buy a timeshare on a riverbank in Texas from you. Oh boy, that's a little too soon, I think, for that one there. But anyway, so listen, whatever you can do to, especially if it doesn't cost you any money, you have no excuse. Just hit the stupid thing and help us out. We could really use it. It's kind of a depressing time in my life right now. So it'd be nice if you could just help. But I don't ask you people for much. Do you remember Oral Robert?
Dark.
Do you remember Oral Roberts? Does that does that ring any bell with you?
I don't think I know.
He had an Oral Roberts University. He was one of those 70s, 80s televangelists like Jimmy Swaggart.
Nice.
Or
rest in peace. Rest in power.
Tammy Baker and the other guy.
Faye?
And but who's her husband? Jim Baker.
Jim Baker.
Right. And of course Jessica Hahn. I used to jerk off to her. I used to think she was very hot.
I feel like that's familiar, but
Jessica, me jerking off? I just did it an hour ago, right in front of you.
Where have I seen that before? Where have I seen you ejaculating for? No, but Jessica Hahn. That sounds.
Don't forget my OnlyFans. No, Jessica Hahn. She was the one that was She was a
jackable evangelist.
No, she was she was like a receptionist or somebody that worked for Jim Baker at their television mini. So
she's
and so
her title that comes up is American model and actress.
Okay, sure,
but
let's go with that. But she was. Well, what happened was Jim Baker, and again, this a while ago. So, but Jim Baker, either raped her or didn't have. I can't say the word. Can I? Laped. Or unhomed her.
Do they have is there a version of unalived?
Did make her
consensually
didn't give her something she didn't want. I don't know. Who fucking knows? But oh well, we're demonetized. Oh well, there goes the $40 I make every 6 months. So oh well, boo-hoo. But no, she worked for the company or something, and he ended up doing something to her, and then it turns out that he was also stealing money, and he's a real weirdo. I think he may still be alive. I don't really know, but
Jim Baker,
I believe so.
Really,
I believe, although he might be dead. I don't.
I watched that biopic.
I didn't watch the Tammy.
It's pretty
one.
good.
I didn't watch it. I heard it was good.
It was like kind of quirky.
Yeah,
Hipster
yeah,
kid.
yeah. Well, she's like a gay icon
Right.
now. Now she's
Yeah.
like, they're like, she's strong. She's
Yes.
strong. She's come up through the like a phoenix, risen from the ashes of eye makeup. But anyway, but she so this Jessica Hahn, she was on a Playboy pictorial, and it was kind of like, and then what's his name? Hugh Hefner felt badly for her, so she moved into the Playboy mansion. And then she was like really involved with Howard Stern. Like she was on Butt Bongo Fiesta and stuff. And now she's got to be in her 60s. So I don't know.
I think it said 66.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You know, but it is kind of funny because I think her whole thing was like, look, I'm not a whore and I'm not a sexual blah, blah, blah. And then she moves into the Playboy mansion. So again, people can do whatever they want. And you can certainly, you know, but the reason why I mentioned all that is this guy Oral Roberts was another one of these televangelists, and he announced, I think it must have been like 1987. He said, if I don't get it was some kind of a weird time frame, like if I don't get $10 million in a month, then the Lord is going to take me. Which is really putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
He was like, listen, if you guys don't donate to my ministry, $5 million?
The Lord is going to take me.
Basically,
prematurely,
like a big hand out of a cloud,
right, like a tiger paw, like the rapture, but a tiger paw,
but very localized, like a rapture of one.
Exactly.
And so that was what he said was going to happen if he didn't get the money, and he didn't get the money. And I remember he said, everybody goes, good news. I just talked to the Lord again,
checked in,
and he said, number one, you guys are doing great, but you're not doing great. So if you could pick it up a little bit. And I think he did eventually get the money. I think eventually the Lord was like, oh my God, enough. It'd be funny if the Lord would put his hand down and just flick him in the head, give him a concussion. The Lord,
warning.
The Lord's just bullying him until he got the money.
Lord gave him a noogie.
Yeah. He's like, ow. The Lord's like, well, I told you I needed this money.
That is wild though. The Lord is going to take me.
And I wonder, it'd be funny
quite
if
a proclamation.
Yeah, the Lord needs money from him, so the Lord can give somebody else money. Who does the Lord owe money to?
Right.
There's some greater being above God. God's like, I need money from all of my top evangelists, especially Jim Bakker, who's gotten in trouble. But what I like about, and then remember Jimmy Swaggart was in. By the way, these names are great. Oral Roberts, Jimmy Swaggart. Remember Jimmy Swaggart?
Joel Osteen.
Well, he's still around.
He is around. He's
real,
like the top dog.
Yeah, he's a real piece of shit too. Wasn't he the guy that when they had the tornadoes or something, they needed to house people, and he was like, you can't come to my mega. He had some mega church that was you could fit 30,000 people in.
Wasn't willing to open it up.
He was like, it's Thursday. We're doing the carpets we already just did the damn carpets. I'm not letting y'all come in here with your muddy feet.
It's crazy.
Y'all covered in tornado dust in my hallways. I don't have enough bottles of Dasani. That's right. It's Coca-Cola water. So what? Jesus Christ. That's right. I say it now because I know him. I can say it.
Sure.
Yeah, but Jimmy Swaggart was a guy.
His extension.
Yeah, I know him. It's 666. What do you think about that? He just does that ironically.
He's got an ironic extension.
Yeah. He's
sure.
I'll tell you, he's a pisser. They say Jews are funny, and the funniest Jew I know is the Lord. What do you think of that, everybody? I'm blowing your fucking mind. But the Jimmy Swaggart guy, he was great because he got caught with a really dirty hooker, and then she did a spread in Hustler, because it was kind of funny. It was the guy Jim Bakker, he got caught, right? So Jessica Hahn, she went and did Playboy. Well, Jimmy Swaggart got caught in Arkansas with some $15 a half hour.
Yeah,
and then
lot lizard.
Yeah. She's like,
hour.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm doing swank. So she goes and she's just pulling her pussy apart. She's like, hey, how you doing? This is what Jimmy Swaggart had his nose up in his cooter.
Probably a big mitzvah for a streetwalker.
Yeah. He wanted me on my Menzies. He said, call me when Flo's in town. He wanted a real maroon mustache ride, we used to call it. But anyway, but I remember he was crying, and Jimmy Swaggart, he was going, I'm a sinner. I have sinned, so it's great.
I feel like you would be hard pressed to find somebody at that level, not just your average preacher man or whatever, but sort of at that level that isn't deeply troubled.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, you almost have to be to want to start a wholesome
also,
cult.
Like the hubris of being like, hey, everybody,
right?
You guys have heard of God, right? Well, I know him personally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't,
because you really like you're a self-proclaimed conduit to the Lord.
I even think like, did you I know what's the guy's name that always says we talk about the same shit all the time. Hey,
I can never seem to remember the guy's name.
I can never seem to remember. Chris, James. No, not James. He's a good guy. I don't
have to look it up.
We have so many listeners. We know them all by name. So hi everybody, welcome. Pull up a chair. I have sinned. But the guy, like the guy that started Brigham Young, like that guy must have been very charismatic to be like, everyone, we're leaving. Like, was it Connecticut or somewhere? Everyone, he came downstairs and he was like, everyone put on these magic underwear, and we're all going to go out to the middle of Utah, which doesn't even really exist yet. And there's going to be these, that's where the original Ark is, or some fucking weird shit. And people just went along with it. People were like, all right, that sounds good to me.
I think if you just had enough confidence, back then,
even
especially just confidence kind of was everything.
The currency of the day.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it now, it's like people are being conned all the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
and people like lean into it too.
Yeah.
They're like, I know I'm being conned because I'm stupid. That's why. I know it. And that person
I'm owning it.
Yeah. They seem to be less stupid than me. So I'm going to do everything they say. That way I'm not responsible for my own bad decisions. I don't know. Anyway, so we had 4th of July last weekend. And of course didn't really do much of anything. I did go to Queens. We did pop into Gallagher's very briefly with some friends of mine, and it was a married couple and another friend of ours she's a girl. And I will say this, at Gallagher's, if you're planning a trip to New York and it's on you see a Broadway show, go to the Holocaust Museum, maybe go to Joe's Pizza, and then of course Gallagher's, hopefully not in that order, because go to Gallagher's before the 9/11 Museum, because you want to go. It's nothing better than going to after you've come in your pants a couple of times to go look at a giant hole of where a bunch of firefighters' bones are or whatever.
Rough refractory period.
Yeah, it really is. Oh man, I'd be sadder, but God, I just got oof.
Yeah, but my fucking dopamine.
It's
through the roof.
But so anyway, but the thing about Gallagher's is that I went there with, like I said, it was like 3 other people, and 2 of them were women, and the staff at Gallagher's, I don't think knew necessarily what to do. I think they thought we were like 4 polyamorous, like white weirdos.
And I was going to come and bring my girlfriend, which I think that would have made it. I don't know if that would have been worse or better, because maybe I feel like that could almost tip the scale into like, then it's 3 sets of.
Then we're like a cult.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it would have made it worse or better.
Because typically, I'll burn through. I mean, obviously, you know how this goes, but you go into Gallagher's, you sit down, there's a big dumb stage in the middle. It's like a big rectangle. And then girl walks up there and not quite dances. I say staggers is more like it, from sort of pole to pole. And then after they stagger, they go around. And they ask you for, you tip them $1, $2. I mean, if you're doing $1, it's pretty, you get no eye contact for that. I mean, it's pretty embarrassing. No. $1 per botched.
Though the last time we were there, I feel like I spent $100 in like the hour that I was there.
That's the thing about the place,
because I get roped into buying girls drinks.
Yes,
I never really get lap dances, but then I feel bad that I'm not getting lap dances. So then I'll be like, I'll buy them. I'm not asking, like, can I buy you a drink? But they go, will you buy me a drink? And I go, yes. And then I got $37 sex on the beach.
Yeah. Well, it's also, if you think about it too, like there's always going to be 2 girls going around like every 5 minutes. So you're going to spend $30 an hour just by sitting there, by virtue of just being there, which, okay, that's fine. Whatever. I mean, something, but it is kind of funny because the whole time you're sitting there, it's like being in a lifeboat and it's slowly leaking air.
Though I will say this, I feel like it's maybe less than that, because every time we go, I plan for that amount. And then I always have a giant, wad of at least 50 singles left when I leave.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I always I'll buy a drink, get changed, and then like give an extra like $40.
Okay.
Go give me singles.
Okay.
For change. Okay. And I never use them.
Okay. Huh. It's interesting.
So I don't know. I don't know what but you're not really, you're kind of distracted. So I'm not like doing good bookkeeping.
Well, what sometimes when I'll go there like that, sometimes if I go there and I bring somebody or I meet somebody there and they don't like know, because I don't want to go there and say to somebody, hey, you need to get some change, put money on the bar. So I'll end up like giving money for like a friend of mine.
Yeah, that always happens to me too.
And I'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, so every time they go around now, and I'm giving $6. So it is, you sort of like,
then it goes faster.
Yeah, for sure. And then you kind of look at your friend and you're like, hey, dude, you see me fucking
get a little tip money?
Yeah, you think I made these dollars at home?
Or they'll like buy the drinks and then you'll tip or something. I don't
You
know.
think so?
Real quick, Nasty Meal writes,
hi, Nasty.
Jessica would do your show. She has stories 4 days.
See, I would
That's
have
Jessica Hahn.
Jessica Hahn.
Where do you suppose she's located now? Tampa?
California. I think Beverly Hills. For some reason, I want to say
Beverly Hills.
Okay, here's what I think happened with her, and I guess we could look it up. By the way, Nessie, thank you. I would love to have her on the show, but we like to have people actually physically in the building.
Yeah, we're not trying to do.
And I want to like revisit. I want to come back to that in a second.
Yeah. I just wanted to read that quick.
Okay, but with I think she married well, or at least she had like a longtime boyfriend.
She was divorced in 2023.
Oh, brand new
from Frank Lloyd.
Oh, how old is he? Like 97 or something?
I don't know. He's not. He doesn't have a link on.
No, but he probably a wealthier guy. Plus, she, like she had a little bit of celebrity, but not too much celebrity. Like she's not like. Not like, it'd be weird if she was like, gang, assaulted by like a bunch of different, televangelist G-Bang. But it was just one of them. And I think Jim Baker ended up being gay anyway. I think he ended up like having his like the pool boy will like fuck his wife, or he was like a cuckold. He was in all kind of shit. I remember
for the Cabana Boy.
I remember they had an air-conditioned doghouse. That was like a big deal.
Oh, that's luxurious.
People were like giving them money for like some sort of missionary, and they were like, Tammy Faye was like, "Our dog gets hot. Peaches needs her own air conditioned home.
Sure.
Jim's too busy getting his ass eaten by the pool boy. Let him sleep in the house.
Doggy's got a cold plunge.
Yeah.
Nasty Meal writes, she won't show her face. Very self-conscious age. So now we're down to. It's just a phoner with with Jessica.
Or give her that V for Vendetta mask, maybe. Put her in one of those.
Well, that'd be fun. Yeah.
That would be fun.
I would pixelate her face.
Well, and again, this wasn't okay. So you know who Farrah Abraham is, right? She's the teen mom.
Okay.
Teen mom.
Oh, right. Yep. We talked about this.
Yeah.
I think not on the show, but
right. So for those of you, she was the teen mom who was on that MTV show. Like, I don't know, I'm a teen mom, I guess.
Teen mom.
Kind of. It was a critical part of
Teen Mom show.
Yeah. She was also in Teen Wolf with Jason Bateman. But so it was Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman. But she was on that MTV show, and then she apparently, I remember like years ago at this point, she made like and I'm making, for those of you listening, I'm doing the quote marks here. She made a celebrity sex tape with that porn guy James Dean, and they said that, and then when it came out, she was like, he released our private sex tape, and then he came out and was like, listen, it's distributed by Vivid. Like, I don't understand how, like, I understand what she's trying to do.
Private.
Yeah. This is a private anal cream.
My private parts.
Yeah, it's like way too well lit. There's like craft services in the background. Some guy's eating a Blimpie sub.
I mean, the fact that you're doing it with like a very well-known adult star.
Yeah. Who you're supposed to be just dating. You see like the Quiznos guy in the background coming by. I don't know. Quiznos sends their own delivery guys, but
they actually will grill the sandwiches, right? They'll toast it right on the spot.
Where can I plug in this toaster? Hi. I'm here for the celebrity Teen Wolf sex show tape.
Teen Wolf sex tape.
Party of one. Table for two, please. Something by the window. But anyway, so she does that, and then since then, I guess she's made other adult content. I don't know. I haven't really seen, but I happened to see, I listened to that Your Mom's House, and she did there's a show, I think the girl's name is Kim Congdon.
The Puerto Rican gal.
No, you know what? I'm fucking it up then. No, I knew who that is. No, this is called First Date, and it's one of the shows on Your Mom's House.
The blonde lady.
Yes, the blonde lady.
It's like, are you dateable or something like
that? It's called First Date.
It's called First Date,
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and she'll have on, people that come through Austin, and she'll have them on the show. And as a matter of fact, I think Joe might have done it once. But anyway, so Farrah Abraham was on the show, and and the reason why I bring all of this up is Farrah Abraham she's apparently doing stand up now. Okay. And she was in New York. And so the publicist Lainey that we sometimes, whenever you see somebody on the show who's like an adult trans or whatever that is, it's through a publicist. Her name is Lainey. Very nice. She's I've known her she's an old friend of mine. I mean, friend, but she's someone I've known for a very long time. And so what she'll do is like, they may do Jay's show, or they may do Sam Roberts or whatever. And then while they're here, we sort of catch them because they're in New York, and they'll come up and do the show and blah, blah, blah. So Farrah Abraham was in town, and she was going to do our show, but it just, the dates didn't line up. It just didn't line up for whatever, it was like she was leaving. She was coming in town for like a night. So we didn't, we do this on Friday, unless somebody's in town. Let's say, unless it's Tom Hanks or somebody wants to talk to us. Well, we'll move things around.
You're doing like a red carpet.
I'd move it around.
Extravaganza.
I'd rather have Chet Hayes on than Tom Hanks. But
would I?
Oh, are
I
you
would
fucking kidding me?
Adam, you know who Adam Friedland is? He was like one of the guys, or Friedland.
No. I know Judas.
He was from Cumtown, and like he does like a show, the Adam Friedland show.
Okay.
And I think I'm saying that right. I don't know why I can't get why I don't remember his name was. But he had Chet Hayes. He does these like very awkward long interviews, and he had Chet Hayes on
recently.
In the last year, but you should really see that if you want to see, like,
find that immediately,
because he's kind of making fun of him, but also kind of not.
Because you kind of can't.
Yeah, right. It's impossible to like do something he hasn't already done.
Yeah, right. Chet Hayes at this point is like through the looking glass twice.
But I think he gets him to like speak patois and shit.
Okay.
Like, it's fucking great.
Okay, I will 100%.
This is so up your alley. I can't believe I'm recommending this. Let's stop and just watch this.
I have an idea. Let's stop the show and just play that show. And everyone, please still comment so we can kind of pay for the equipment. But we're going to now all listen to the Adam Friedlander, Judah Friedlander show with Chet Hayes.
Adam Judah Friedlander.
Chet Hayes. Yeah, exactly. By the way, it'd be so great though if you get Tom Hanks, somehow you sat him down for like a serious interview, and the first thing you do is you go, "So what's up with Chet?
Mm-hmm.
How'd that happen? First wife, huh?"
Good God. Well,
I mean, number one, I'm a fan. Good looking kid.
But he's younger, right? So it couldn't be first wife thing.
No, he's not younger. Well, hold on.
Isn't he? He's younger than Colin,
You're right. He's second wife. You're right. He's Rita. I guess he's a Rita.
I think. Yeah.
I don't know who the first wife is.
I didn't even realize it was two different wives.
I think it kind of has
that would make sense.
Sort of,
but then it's kind of like if you're Tom Hanks, and then like that's on you.
We can make the argument
genetically.
Well, I've heard Tom Hanks is kind of an asshole. Like I have heard, like, but okay. So here's what you said. And I want to get back to Farrah Abraham in a minute, just because it is kind of funny, but like with, God forbid, but when you look at, the first kid, Colin Hanks, he was in like Band of Brothers, and
there's another one too. I feel like this is another.
You're thinking of
looked up numerous
Shep Hanks, Shem Hanks, Mo Hanks,
Latoya Hanks.
Yeah, exactly. But if you think about it this way, like I think Colin Hanks is pretty normal, and he's like kind of
he's like a chip off the old block. Yeah, he's very.
But what I'm saying is that he's in his 40s now. He has to be. And he didn't grow up like with his father being incredibly wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
He was like bosom buddies money maybe or something, or like maybe after a splash, but before.
I think our guest
Joe versus
Howard
the volcano. Okay, listen.
You want to take a break and then we'll come back?
Yeah, everybody, we're gonna come back.
Right,
Farrah Abraham. Hold on, let me. 1 second, Howard.
I'll get the door.
Okay. All I want to say is Farrah Abraham. If you look at that video of her with that interview with that girl from that first date show, she's had so much plastic surgery. It's fucking wild. It's wild what she looks like. Listen, Hollywood Howard is here, and we have to check in with him for a minute. So we're gonna come back. And hold on. Let's just cut it for a minute, and we'll say hi, and we'll come right back. So everyone, give us 2 seconds. All right. Bye.
Okay, we're back.
Hey, everybody.
Let me
So,
we got a little betting music.
oh yeah, is this what they call that?
Well,
betting?
this was the hold music, but
Oh, hey,
but
everybody.
but I kind of almost like it.
A little under, kind of gives us a little
Yeah.
bit, a little.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the
Hey.
Brian McCarthy interview show.
We're chilling. Hey, if you got any pre-cum in your pants, put your finger in your dick hole and lick
It
it
was
out.
a little bit like after dark.
Yeah, a little after dark. This is
right?
the Red Shoe
What else
Diaries
do we got
presents. Oh, this. Are you have this all on your laptop there, or the
Well,
laptop?
it's in
Wow. Oh,
Ooh,
this
here
is
we
a little
go.
greasier.
Starting to sound like the
This is
Combs
Alec.
trial.
This is Alec Jones talking to you now with a lot of child actors in Connecticut.
I feel like we've been missing. We need bumper music.
Bumper.
Well, we got. Well, there's an intro. And
Bumper.
I guess
just met
that's
him.
already what the.
Everybody, welcome back. So, as promised, Hollywood Howard is here. Welcome back, sir. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good, and it's nice to be back here.
Thank you. It's very nice.
You're wearing like a kind of a
Seersucker.
seersucker, but it's like a wider seersucker.
This is an actual seersucker fabric too. This is a real
Yeah,
seersucker.
that's the real deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm used to a finer, a tighter
Now,
knit,
Well, you know what? There's a tighter knit.
lower
I was
gauge.
talking
Go
with
ahead.
this about it to a fashion, type person. the other day.
Okay. An
We used to wear when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
You would wear a cord suit.
Okay.
It was a tighter, much
Okay,
tighter.
like a corduroy,
Not
No.
cord. Well, maybe it comes from the same place.
maybe.
Very tight, beautiful. You really don't see those anymore. I'll have to look at that.
Mhm.
Maybe Ralph's got them.
I like.
Okay,
I bet he
Loren.
does. Yeah.
Okay.
I like watching, like looking at old pictures of like Dodgers games in the 50s, and
Aw,
everyone's wearing a suit.
so beautiful.
My-
oh, you
eh,
kidding? When
everyone-
America
Like
was
those
great,
little-
that's
yeah,
how
little
people
straw
dressed.
That's right. Everyone's wearing a suit
And
and
a straw boater.
Yep, and whites only. That's what they would say. They would go, "That's it." I mean, not
the
everything
good
was
old
perfect.
days.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
Oh boy,
gracious.
don't get him started.
Oh boy. Well, it's funny. The other day, I have a thing about I don't like baseball hats. I just don't care for them.
I'm sorry.
And it's quite all right. It's all right. I mean, if you're playing baseball, and
Sure, you don't mind if they're.
that's one thing.
Right.
And I really don't like a backwards baseball hat. I just think
that's
it's
called the catcher's hat.
well, yeah. Well, honey, don't tell him. Don't threaten me with a good time. But what I mean is like when you see a guy, my age, your age, and frankly anybody over the age of 11 who's not playing currently catching, and they're wearing a backwards baseball hat, it rankles me. And I'll tell you what's funny,
But why does it rankle you?
because here's the thing, I don't like baseball hats indoors, and I don't
I don't either.
seeing people wear baseball hats in restaurants.
I don't either.
And
You don't like them at the table.
I don't like them at the table. I don't like them.
Well, but that's old school.
I guess
Now
so.
anything goes.
Sort of. Well,
Look at Senator Fetterman's
what
outfits
was
on
funny-
the floor of the
Oh,
United
right.
Oh,
States
yeah, with
Senate.
Him in his cargo
well,
shorts.
Come on.
I will go back with you with a hooded sweatshirt. I don't like the hooded sweatshirts either for if you're over a certain age. And again, listen,
Mm.
people listening, do whatever you like. I mean, who cares?
Of course.
Really. But at the same time, it's funny because you know how they say like all your devices are kind of listening to you to a certain extent. So what I mean by that is
You mean like
except
your
for-
high-tech
Mhm.
devices?
Yeah, except
like
for you.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, his,
Yeah.
his
Yeah, you're-
jitterbug phone is not.
Yeah.
Is this
yeah.
on?
May not
Can-
even have a.
Can the gang see that?
Yeah, they
Yeah. If you
they
want
saw
to
that.
hold it
Okay.
up better,
No,
that would
just
be
because I held it over here.
great.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
This kind of device is listening.
It's right. You didn't bring out like a T square, an abacus. Pulls out like an ivory abacus.
Ooh.
Like, look, made with real elephants. But what I mean is like I was listening to I like my notifications on my phone, and it goes. I get these Apple News notifications, even though I don't even have Apple News. And this is really boring, but I got this notice on my phone saying, "Thank you."
Oh.
We all know what boring
What?
sounds like. I'm boring enough. Don't worry.
He's
You don't-
doing Foley over
Yeah, I
here.
know. Between you and the music and the voice,
Yeah,
it's
right.
fucking the shadow knows.
Mhm.
But
That's an old one.
that is an old one. But my point is all of a sudden out of nowhere, Apple goes the unspoken rules of wearing a baseball hat.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I keep meaning to.
Really? So they really kind
They're
of
listening to
laid
your
it out for
conversation.
you.
I didn't actually. I only heard it was a notification, and I don't know how to actually get into Apple News to like listen to this stupid
Well, I think
story.
Apple News is one because I get sent occasionally articles on Apple News, and I'll click on them, and then it's a thing you have to subscribe to.
Oh, they're teasing me.
Yeah, they're trying to get you to.
I heard the
news as in actual political news.
I don't know.
I heard the
Mostly political, probably.
I heard there's an English actor named Hugh Grant. Remember that fella? He's still around. He's still right.
What happened to him?
He stammers a lot.
Okay.
Well, he had
That's
a really
Joe Biden impersonation.
that was a really funny. Excuse me.
Sorry about that.
Jill? That's Mr. Jill.
Dr. Jill.
What happened to Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant was recently interviewed, or at least another one of these Instagram things showed up where Hugh Grant is sitting there and he's talking to the interviewer and he goes, "I don't like men wearing baseball hats. I don't like backpacks." He's like, "I don't know why children need water bottles." He's like, "Every time I send my kids out, they have to have a water bottle." He's like, "I'm an old man. I'm a crank and I don't give a shit." I was like, fucking Hugh Grant. I finally like Hugh Grant now.
Yeah. Well,
like,
he was, he had a big scandal, right? But didn't he get caught with a hooker or something?
He did. He got
That's a scandal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
He,
guess.
was married and
in my
everything?
opinion is
What?
not.
Was he married, a family man?
He was with the really hot Liz Hurley at the time.
Yeah.
Who was in Austin Powers and everything. And the
Were they
name
married?
I believe they were married. Yes.
Yeah,
they were
they
like
were.
they were like a real it couple. I mean, he was like in Notting Hill and fucking whatever else and everything. You know,
Wow.
he's in the middle of a big career, and then he tried to get a hooker on the street in LA. Was her name like something? It was like not I don't know. She's a black girl, Desiree or something.
She's been on the show.
Did she have like a
love to have
career
her on the
probably?
show. I would
after?
love-
Well,
I
find
Probably
her.
after.
It was a while. I mean, this was like 95 probably.
Oh, this is a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it's been a long time ago. Yeah. And
You'd still have her on the show.
I would
We'll wheel her in.
if I
or
had you on the
whatever.
show, I'll have her on the show. I mean, let's be honest.
There you
it's
go.
Not a very
It's
It's
a
summer.
good double bill.
I
think.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's summer
It's
vacation
Stella Marie
time.
Thompson.
no. But what was
I don't
her?
know.
What's her?
I googled Hugh Grant hooker, and that's what came up.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
got,
her arrest with Hugh Grant.
what
her
year did he get arrested?
Ooh,
1990.
They were arrested.
Yeah, I don't
For
know.
what?
She was. Well, I think she was
1995.
solicitation.
95. Yeah.
When the English actor Hugh Grant was caught receiving oral sex
Uh-oh.
from her. Wow, he was Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hugh Grant. Wait, English actor. Oh, he was. I thought she was receiving. From,
Oh.
I thought he picked
Oh.
up a hooker and went
How-
down on her. And
how
that-
Somebody is
I was going to
receiving something.
have an issue with that.
How
Just
great
is
was that?
bizarre.
How great was the cop put his flashlight in and you just see he goes home, he tells his wife, he's like, "You're not going to believe what I
What
told
happened
her."
on the beat
Just
today?
Yeah.
at his most relaxed.
He's like, Hugh Grant oral sex. His wife was like, "Well, somebody's blowing him." He's like, "No, he was eating a hooker's
Crazy thing.
pussy on the side
No, I
of
believe it was. I believe
Honey.
he was receiving.
side
The
of
kids.
Santa Monica Boulevard. He came up, his face looked like a glazed donut. I let him finish. I don't even know how he knew when she was finished.
Right
I mean,
on Sunset Boulevard.
yeah, right on Sunset.
Ah, beautiful.
dog.
Well,
Wow.
95 I'm not unfamiliar with Los Angeles, and there are some streetwalkers. Are there?
Oh yeah. What's that street? It's like called like Marisol or something. Or there's like Figure. We were talking about
Figueroa?
it with
Yeah.
Figura.
with
is-
the Figura, as we
the
say.
drug dealer
White
we
people
had
say.
on
yeah,
with Mel where he was talking about.
yeah. I
There-
know.
but I've seen videos of it. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, but
it's like
You know, it's funny. I was on. I did a TV show with an actor out in LA, and he told me that one night he got really fucked up and he picked up a hooker. He lived in Hollywood, and he picked up a hooker and he was doing something with her in his car, and he got arrested. And because he was next to a school,
Uh-oh.
he was a sex offender. So he
No,
ended up.
that
It
won't-
happens.
Isn't that already like
that charge
isn't
wouldn't
there
hold.
something with that if you get caught?
What's I'm saying? Like
No.
if you're close enough, if you're committing a sex act and you're close enough to like a school,
You know what? I think I
No,
heard of
I don't
somebody
think that charge will
just
will hold.
got like a public urination by a school, and I want to say possibly
it's actually a plot device in that movie Horrible Bosses.
right.
One of the characters
Am I just
there.
thinking of that
Maybe you're
movie?
thinking of Horrible Bosses.
I'm not an expert on this, but I don't
No.
think that charge will hold up.
Well,
No.
I don't think if you have.
Hey, listen, really
No.
quick. Speaking of that, we have a
What do
You
you
have a
got?
charge?
chat from related to something
Something
that we need
somebody
Howard to
said.
explain.
Oh.
Properly labeled writes, "Greetings, boys.
Hi, boys.
Howard, can you please detail the constitutional arguments for/against the sovereign citizen movement?"
The sovereign citizen.
And this is interesting because Brian and I both watch Court Cam, and there's
All the time.
always sovereign citizens.
Yeah, they're always traveling.
Right, they're traveling. Yes.
So
I
hold
think
on.
I'm going to need a very tight definition of sovereign citizen movement.
Why don't we
I'm
take
not sure I really.
Well, Brian and I
understand
can
what
give
we're
you a
talking
brief. Like,
about.
I think he's talking about those people that like they'll get like a traffic violation and they'll go to court and then they don't consider themselves part of the land. They're like a separate entity.
It's something about like for example, they only for example, like when they go to a court, they use like maritime law,
Yes.
things like that. So
offshore.
Yes, it is like
right,
very
listen,
maritime.
It's offshore.
Can you answer this person's question with a degree of like, I guess maybe hold on, let's boil it down to like an actual question though. Like, do you think that if I go, what are my chances if I go into a courthouse and I'm, let's for a traffic ticket or a speeding ticket, what can I act? Is there ever an argument where I can argue that even though I live in America, I'm not a citizen of the United States?
Even though you live in America?
Yes.
Are you a citizen though?
Well, can I deny my citizenship?
You can of course you can hand in your own citizenship.
So the question is like in terms of it being, I guess, Adam, are you looking up a very quick?
Yeah. Okay. Just get like a general.
Yeah. So I guess the question would be like, are there any constitutional merits for the argument that you can exist in a country and not have to adhere to any of the laws in the country?
Yeah, I'd say no, probably everywhere.
Okay. Adam,
in short.
Yeah, it's pseudo legal belief.
Persuado,
based on a this is how it's defined.
Latin. That was good.
They define it on Wikipedia. It doesn't sound like they're very in favor of this, but
it is kind of bullshit.
Misinterpretations of common law and claim not to be subject to any government statutes unless they consent to them. Yes. It's basically, it's
a little bit wacko, and I don't think you can pull it off in any court anywhere.
It seems to never, ever work.
No,
not
it never
that it
works.
Shouldn't be. It's an idea.
It is an idea,
and we're freedom of ideas.
Sure.
Let's discuss. We could debate it and all of that. But right now, if you went in, you said, "I'm not subject to your jurisdiction."
Yeah.
Don't think it'll work anywhere.
Like they'll
really.
say when they say like Brian McCarthy, they'll be like, Brian McCarthy, are you present? And you'll be like, well, the person I hold the credentials of a one Brian McCarthy, I am actually C_61295
and then
whatever.
You may get a reference to the the mental health unit at the nearest hospital.
Right. A lot of times the judges actually take their gavel and give themselves concussions just by banging their own head.
Like in the Three Stooges cases.
My understanding is it's a thing that a bunch of kooks on a message board seem that think that they're a little smarter than they actually are. I think
there is a documentary which I saw like a trailer for, so I'm not going to sit here and say I watched the whole thing, but basically there are people out there. I saw a trailer for a documentary. I drove by
a billboard.
Drove by a trailer.
Right, a trailer. Beep, beep. But what happened? I do. What I'm trying to say is there are people out there that make careers out of kind of consulting with people that want, because it is sort of a very, it's a seductive argument to be like, hey, listen, you don't have to,
100%.
I mean, it goes to,
go ahead.
To Thoreau and ideas that, before
Walden
the state,
Pond?
there were, the free individual, and that's who you really are and all that. Off the grid, if you will.
And that is kind of an extension of what all this is.
Oh, yeah. Well, those are great ideas, but they won't carry while you're in the grid.
Yeah.
You can go off the grid, and then I think they have more firepower.
And that's where I don't understand why they think that there's a loophole, because like if you look down, like you're in Michigan, right? So it's kind of like you're within the jurisdiction, but they seem to think that
I'm traveling
outside. Yes. They're never driving. They're like, you were driving on Interstate I-35, and they go, I was traveling on the road in a contraption.
Yeah.
It also has a surrealist merit, which I'm interested in.
No,
it does. It does.
Like an abstract. element.
It opens. It's beyond the box stuff.
Yeah,
which
you're
is
like-
good. We need that.
You're a contrarian.
You need
yeah,
that.
But
Yeah.
this is an intro to philosophy
But, yeah.
at a community
Yeah.
college. So
The
it's
other
a
thing
court.
we need to do is see if it's been raised as a defense anywhere, and just see what's happened.
I
to
think.
it.
I think.
I mean, there are a million cases out there. Maybe there's been some law made on.
I think there have been people that have thrown this against the wall over
Yes.
and over and over again, and I just
Yeah.
don't think it's ever stuck. At only way I think it would stick is that if coupled with this, there was some sort of discrepancy with the cop who pulled you over. Like the judge would say,
or like a brain injury,
or the
something.
judge would say like,
define discrepancy.
well, okay. For example, the judge would say like, all right, listen, they don't have the radar set up, and they didn't ask you this.
Yeah,
So
they didn't
even
read
though
you your Miranda rights or something.
I don't
yeah.
need to hear you
Oh well,
talk
all right,
about
those are different grounds.
I
That's
don't,
something else.
but even though someone's sitting there and they have on one of those tri-corner hats and they're fucking yelling about how and they're about yelling about how they're a sovereign citizen of the country of Tom and they represent Tom and Tom is not really who they are. It's the person that the judge is probably like, oh, shut up. It's dismissed anyway.
Typically what it does is it just delays things and then they go, all right, we'll come back Wednesday. And then the
the
judge,
delay is always good.
well, the
You always
judge is
want a
just
delay.
more mad though, and then
Yeah.
they end up getting the book thrown.
Well,
at
you
them.
ask for a different judge then because you have a prejudice.
Oh, you can do
judge,
that?
yeah.
habeas
Sure.
corpus, they call that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not habeas corpus. but you
Thank
ask for a
you. Thank
different
you for
judge.
that. Thank you.
But I think there'd be a referral to the nearest mental health unit.
Well, it happens a lot more than you think because there are people. It is a whole thing out there. I don't know if it's kind of waned in popularity, but for a while there. And I tell you one thing: the convictions that these people have, they're very much like, no, I'm a sovereign citizen.
Okay.
And then immediately, it
I
falls
say
apart.
argue it and see what happens.
I've
but-
never seen it where it's a very serious charge though.
Uh-huh.
It's always like a lot of parking tickets that they didn't pay or
Oh.
something. It's always like real
It's
pedestrian shit.
Yeah, you always see it. It's always in like a motor vehicle kind of situation. Like they
Yes.
get pulled over, and sometimes they're like, the guy's like, "You made your own license plate," and he's like, "Well, yeah, I represent my own country.
Yes, of course.
Yes, here's my like."
It's kind of on me to do
Yeah,
that.
They give you
know?
a driver's license. It's just a picture of a smiley face
Yes.
with like USA with the A upside down. I don't know. It's like I mean, like I said, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that something like the acquisition of Greenland could be interesting in this regard.
Oh yeah,
Because then, if we acquired Greenland, let's say,
sure.
but
Oh,
set
boy.
it aside, give it a special status,
Mhm.
sort of the sovereign citizen territory, and see
Oh
how
my
it
God.
see how it runs, see how it works off the grid.
But you have to
you
live
sort of like officialize off the grid
But you have to live in Greenland
Yikes.
for
Well, you
6
have to live
months.
in
Yeah,
Greenland.
you have to live there.
for at least
So-
6 months.
That would
at
of the
least
be
year.
6
a
months.
dicey place.
Well,
I know.
summer.
Yeah, summer where it's only 7 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the sun's shining in 24
Oh,
hours
you're
a day.
right.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Do you think you could live in a city like Oslo or somewhere where it's dark 23 hours a day for 4 months?
Oh yeah,
You know, it would bother you?
it would bother me,
But
but I would do.
Yeah, it's all the sun. You like the sun though. I
I
feel
feel
like
like
you
you can't
I do.
find out.
Well, I
until
was in
you're it.
Hamburg, which is not Oslo, but it's
Up
in
there.
that direction.
right.
It's a very short winter day, and it's weird, but it's interesting.
right. I was
And
in,
then you know that eventually, spring and summer are coming.
right.
So
I know.
you know what I mean? It's like this won't last forever. Everything passes.
I was in Edinburgh, which is pretty far
Edinburgh
up there.
is up there too.
And I remember it being like midnight and it was still light out. And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
beautiful, right?
really?
It's so incredible.
Well, it's good because at the time I was drinking. So I was kind of like, well, it's still light out.
I hate those daytime.
I'm still day
I'm
drinking.
still day drinking.
even
What
though-
time? Do you know what time of year you were there?
Yeah, summer.
Well, it had
Yeah.
it had
I
been
don't
now.
remember what time because I'd been there, but only for a couple of days.
No,
it wasn't.
No, it has to be the summer because
Okay, couldn't have
they're-
been the summer then. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it has to be around now when you have that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now we're in the
Yeah.
longest.
Yeah, I don't think I was
longest
there in the summer, but
Is
that's
that the-
interesting. I didn't know that about
Yeah, it's the fringe.
Scotland.
It was the Fringe Festival because it's so far.
Got
day.
it.
Is that what you were doing there?
Yeah.
Fringing.
I had
four
a,
walling it.
Well, no wonder you know so much about sovereign citizenry.
I
and
had a
stuff.
Nehru jacket on, so it had lots of
Oh, I
fringe on
love
it.
those.
I
Those
know.
are so
Those are the good. Those are the
beautiful.
good times back then.
Beautiful.
So, are you having a nice summer? I mean, are you up to anything like interesting? You know what I mean? Like up to any gossip or how's
No.
how's it going with the girlfriend?
Okay.
Just fine. Like
Well,
status quo.
Yeah, we're going along and getting along.
Okay.
We're doing the best we
Mhm.
can
That's
under
great.
the circumstances.
That's great.
Yeah.
that is great.
Which is
actually.
what else can you ask for?
no, you can't.
Well, you can if you're young and it's all,
Idealistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. but
wide-eyed.
When you get old, you get like Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah, you're
curmudgeonly,
Yeah, I
just
know.
trying to fucking
jaded.
get a
and-
I don't
Hummer
like
and
I don't like backpacks.
peace.
I like having my dick sucked on Sunset Boulevard
Yeah,
without wearing a bloody backpack.
Oh, is he a
Right.
Cockney?
I don't know.
Nah,
Sure, why
I
not?
think he was kind of posh, wasn't he?
I mean,
Yeah, he has a posh accent.
it's funnier if
I
he's
remember.
Cockney, though.
he's in that movie, the really terrible Christmas movie where he plays.
Love Actually.
Thank you.
How dare really
I'm
terrible.
sorry. It's
No,
pretty good.
What?
I know.
I'm not a fan, but
No,
what
no.
happened?
but it
there?
has
He-
like a real people go like love that. It's like beloved, I think.
I don't know.
Right?
It's a very stupid movie, but yes,
yeah. I mean, it's beloved by like
Yes.
stupid people that would
Yeah.
like that.
he plays the prime minister of
Oh,
England
right.
Cool.
in the movie.
Great
Yeah.
role.
And he goes around. And he has to find this kind of fat Cockney girl that he's attracted to. Spoiler alert! And he knocks on all these doors, and then he has to see Christmas carols. And at one point, the guy who's Voldemort shows up. No, Rickman. What's it? Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
All these English people are in it. Colin Firth is in it. Blah blah blah.
It's English.
It is English.
Well, they should have English.
No, there's an
people in
American
English
though.
movies.
Laura Linney's. I can't believe I know all this. Laura Linney's in it. She has,
Okay.
and remember, she has a brother who's.
I have not seen that movie. What year did that came out?
that
In
came
the
out
early
in
2000s?
1982.
Wow.
I
He
feel like
wasn't
I
even
saw it.
born yet.
No, it came out like in
I was
'98,
born.
probably.
I had
You were?
82.
No way.
I was 1 year old.
Aw.
Bill Nye is
81.
in it. He plays like an
Okay.
old rocker guy. It's all about like all these kind of stories that converge and kind of all these
Oh, I
people
like
move in and
that.
out of each other's
Mhm.
lives.
Oh, I like that.
It's it's fine, but
Was
it's
it an original screenplay kind of thing?
I have
or
no idea.
literature.
Is anything really original? I had
2003.
Good question.
2003, 20 fucking some
Yeah,
odd
I bet
years
I
ago.
didn't see it. Yeah, I probably didn't see it till.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton plays
05 maybe?
president of America with one of his many toupees on. So, I don't
Hey,
know.
real quick, we
Go
got
ahead.
another one for
What's up?
Howard.
See how
Properly labeled. Speaking of traveling, has Howard had a rendezvous with the stripper from the B-Day party yet?
Oh, no, I have
Audrey.
Stripper
not.
from
What-
the B.
Remember?
You talk about Audrey. I have her
Who's
phone
that?
number. We can.
Well, let's call her.
Audrey
No.
Hollander.
listen.
Yeah,
you-
Audrey
okay.
Hollander. What happened to that?
Well, what
We had a
happened to that?
nice-
Well, we
Here's-
took a rain check because you were
Yeah,
hacking up a
you were
had a
under-
phlegmy cough.
You were very sick. You were
Yeah.
very sick, and
we
we
were
tried.
very not yourself.
When was that?
Oh, come
The
on!
last time we saw you.
But what, like in the
Your
spring?
birthday. We got a cake and
Yeah,
everything.
when
when was your birthday?
April 19th.
God, that's long ago.
Ooh.
Wow, shit. Yeah,
Almost 420.
It was almost the day of your birthday, and
You know what happened? It was spring was coming on.
Remember, we
and
had coffee afterwards.
yeah,
I do.
with
Okay. she came on
the
the,
great
show.
Audrey Hollander.
AH.
She came on the show,
Mhm.
and she was very down to create some content with you. So the idea was the next day you were going to go to her hotel room.
Remember, we were gonna have to go at 8 a.m.
we were
because
like,
she was flying out at 12. Like her plane was leaving at 12:30.
yes.
I wanna
Well, what
say.
happened to all of that?
Well, you were not
Howard,
well.
You were
and-
like feverish.
Yeah,
you were
you-
like
you-
You know what it was? It was
'cause we-
allergy.
because
Oh,
I was
allergy.
I,
think
sort
the
of
allergies hit.
no, it was more than that. You said it was allergies but when we were
Was it COVID?
hanging out, you were like it was
COVID?
You had a phlegmy cough. I don't think that's allergies.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was
No, that's
COVID.
how I get allergy.
Okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever it was.
It feels like
bad
a
allergies.
cold, and yeah.
we said it. We really.
Well, we postponed.
no. We really set it up, and then you were like, "I'm not going to wear a condom." Remember that?
No,
No, but
definitely
she
not.
was
I'm not.
I
was
know you don't have to.
okay.
Well, she
with-
wasn't okay with that.
We-
That's
no,
what
no, no.
happened.
No.
but we had a
Howard,
workaround.
Yeah,
Remember?
we had the whole thing wrapped up with a bow on it. It was like ready to go. It was like you were going to show up the next morning. We were going to pick you up in a car. We were going to go down to her hotel. She was staying right by, like, I don't know, Penn
Ah.
Station somewhere.
Was she staying in a good place? No.
I don't know.
Penn
Like,
Station.
probably fine.
Ugh.
You hang out in a homeless shelter all day. What the
Come
fuck do
on.
you care if it's?
I
a
like
good-
the East Side for hotels.
Yeah.
They've
What
got-
do you,
he likes the soup.
you want to get a hand job at the Carlyle?
They've
Is
got
that
a
what that
great
is?
Yes.
gazpacho.
Yeah.
Yes, I want.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
No,
at the
she ended up-
Carlyle, I would do it.
She ended up being.
Okay.
I like that he's picky about what hotel he
No,
goes
No,
to.
Yeah.
definitely.
Foreman-
a hand job.
If only I had a time machine, we could set this whole thing up.
But she was okay with. It turned out with just a handy.
Yes.
Because then no testing, and then you didn't have to wear a condom.
Yes.
But she was fully down. Here's the thing. I was kind of
what
like playing it by
happened?
ear because I was gonna have to kind of
Were you
facilitate
going to be there?
the
Yeah.
product. Well, no, I
Were
was
you going to produce
we were
this
gonna
thing?
we
film
were gonna
it
have to.
or
I was gonna have to
something.
bring lights and fucking set up. I was gonna have to shoot it,
Why
right?
don't you-
I mean,
just,
like,
there's
not-
plenty of light. Well, you don't need.
Listen, I didn't
Whatever.
want
There's plenty of light over
I
there.
didn't want to bring this up.
Not
I,
We
here.
were gonna do it at his
At the
house.
Carlyle, there are lights in there.
I got half the deposit back, but I rented a jib. Okay.
We were gonna get a crane shot.
Yeah.
It could be amazing.
You know,
But
I still
Union.
don't understand what happened.
Here's
to
what
this whole
I'll
thing.
tell you what happened.
yes.
Okay. My thing was, I was like, okay, I'm not trying to be, I'm not going to be a cock block here, but also I'm not going to push for this to happen. So we all went to go get coffee afterwards, and it was never mentioned. Like, it never got brought up. So I was like, I'm not going to be like the guy that's like, hey, so we doing this tomorrow?
And-
also, I kind of was like,
Why weren't we discussing it? Because of my hack?
it never.
Yeah.
Okay,
Was
we
she
were
afraid of
all
getting
we were
a
all
cold?
in a room for several hours.
Yeah.
And nobody brought it up. So I'm like, I think maybe it was just
By the way,
podcast talk, but we could have made it happen.
Are we doing like a wellness check on you? You really don't remember any of this? You must have been in a fever.
Yeah,
or
you were
something.
not.
No, I
feeling-
remember it. But
You were very quiet. Like when
Yeah.
we went to your friend's coffee shop down the street.
we went to Suri Cafe.
And then where it was like an Albanian guy that you knew or something.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know,
Always the Albanians.
We got her a chai, right?
Uh-huh.
And we plied her with a dirty chai,
Uh-huh.
and it was never brought up. It was all just very like it was a nice conversation.
Let's say that it was postponed.
And also,
yeah, I mean,
just to really get into it for a minute, we had the whole thing set up, and then you really talked yourself out of it, like while we were on the show.
a little bit.
It was all kind of set up, and then after the show, it was to your point, to Adam's point, we had the whole thing set up, and then like we stopped the show, and then it was kind of like, all right, well, we're gonna get the information, and then we took pictures, and then you guys went to get coffee, and then at that point,
You had to run out to do like a crossing guard duty.
I had to go do crossing guard.
Oh, that's good. Do you have that
yes.
white belt? I used to have that when I was.
I had an
He put on
orange-
his little fucking
So
orange
cute. I
vest
love
or
that.
something, and
I had-
Ours were white.
the
I had a-
blind crossing guard.
I had an orange safety vest on, and
Aw.
I was going in all these co-ops on Park Avenue, and I go in and go, Brian McCarthy, safety, everything all right in here? You guys good?
You're just
adorable.
fucking- you got a nightstick. You're
Yeah.
noggin.
Yeah, yeah. Like an old Irish cop.
Yeah, the Irish
Oh,
cops are back.
Now,
I'm
in Howard's defense,
Go ahead.
Thank
you
you.
definitely were not feeling. I'm telling
No.
you what happened. You
Yes.
definitely were not feeling well because you were not yourself.
Yeah.
You're a very like jovial, fun
I
guy.
think it
you were
was
a little
the,
curt.
It was the. I think it was a unusual
Yeah.
attack of early allergy.
It was just
That's
bad
the-
timing,
really,
but
yeah.
by all means,
All right.
you threw
So-
it out there and she bit. I mean,
Well,
one
we
of the clips,
postponed it.
one of the clips that Nick made was like you saying, "What about senior porn?" And she
Yes.
said, "Are you offering?"
And
And
we
you were
jumped-
like, "Yeah,
yeah.
we fucking."
And I jumped
Hooked it
in
up.
there with.
Well, where is she
both
this
feet.
afternoon?
She lives
in
Sacramento.
LA.
Yeah, she lives on the West Coast.
Yes.
But if she's here, I mean, I got her number and yeah.
She was
Like,
very
she's down
friendly.
to hang
She was
out.
into it. She was into all of it. It just kind of like it was all going as well as it could go, and then it sort of fell off the rails, and then we
Yeah.
never put it back
All
on
right,
the
so let's
track.
put it back together.
Well,
But what I'd like to do is that we each take a train from the coast
What?
and meet in
See,
St.
he's
Louis,
such a pain in the
Missouri.
ass because like
yes.
we could actually
Meet
like
in St. Louis.
This would be a
Okay.
documentary.
meet me
and
in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You're thinking
right in the
way
middle
too-
of the
yeah,
country.
she's not looking to make a documentary.
Or
She's looking to make a
Okay.
20-minute
fast buck.
I
jack
got it.
off
What if-
video.
See,
with
they're
the
all
guy
the same.
in
No,
the cheap
It's
hotel.
all about a
what if we did this?
fast buck.
We go to that arch in St. Louis. We tie you to it. She spits in your mouth, and we call it a loogie in St. Louis. Wouldn't that
Okay.
be something? And
And
then
now you're
yeah,
thinking.
but you have to
Hello.
jerk off into the Mississippi. All right, and then she has to lick your cum off a catfish. You know what? I'm going to work all this out.
Could you work this out and
Yeah.
get back to us?
My team and I were going to
Thank you.
get it's because it's all union. Got to call the shop steward.
I feel like she'd do whatever, just somebody needs to pay for it. And that's
Well,
what the problem is.
but here's the real not to
yeah,
really
who's going to finance?
Okay,
this
not to
thing?
put the
The
knife in it.
production company.
everything we just talked
Okay.
about was going to be free. She wasn't going to charge
No.
you. This was all going
It was
to be
just going to go up on her OnlyFans, and she was going to, probably.
Well,
make,
why did we let this go? Because now maybe she changed
Because
her
you-
mind.
because you fucking didn't
because you weren't feeling well.
you weren't feeling
Just
well.
trust us.
All right,
We
well,
were
I'm
both there.
human. I'm
We've got
just-
footage of it, but you were just very like from the second you walked in the door,
Yeah, it
it was
wasn't
a
my-
different. You weren't yourself. It was
All
a
right.
big day. You didn't want to cancel because it was your birthday show.
Yep.
We brought
Yeah.
a
We brought a
porn
cake.
actress.
Cake and porn. We surprised
She
you
was
with
a
a porn
dirty,
actress.
dirty debutante at one point in her
Yeah.
career.
No, you guys, that was fabulous.
By the way, she's pretty much senior porn on her own. But doesn't she? She was doing she did GILF porn. Do you know what GILF porn is? It's
Grandpas?
grandma,
Grandmas,
Well,
I like.
It's a good.
Oh,
probably
grandmas.
grandpas
Okay,
also.
grandpas.
I bet there's old man gay porn. There has to be, right?
I don't know. I mean, I know that there's straight old man porn. I watch it. It's
Yeah.
called Blue Pill Men.
Oh my
I'm a
God.
big
The
fan.
blue pill.
Blue
man.
pill men. It's these guys
Is
that
that
take
like the
Viagra.
blue face group?
Yeah,
Blue
it's
Man
like the
Groups.
blue throbbing head group.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, so she well
That's
listen,
brilliant.
next time she
Throbbing helmet, blue.
Well, next
throbbing
time she
helmet.
comes, let's do another joint
she,
appearance, and
she
we'll
had
take
a
it from there.
Yeah, she had a sponsor that was like paying for her to be here. It's always like
Yeah,
just
because remember there was some negotiation after this was off the show,
yes.
but because your birthday party was the next day in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Or wait, no, it was 2 days.
After.
The next day was the hand job shoot.
Yep.
Maybe the day after that was your
Big
birthday.
You mean
And
in the park?
You had said, "Are you going to come to her?" And she was like, "Yeah, I mean, I would have to move my flight." And you were like, "Okay, baby, move your flight." Like he
Yeah.
talked a fucking big
I
game.
know. You're
And
so-
then she was like, "Well, okay, if you pay for it." And then you were like, "Ah, man, I don't know all that."
Howard's like, oh, I have allergies. I have allergies.
Well, I
Yeah.
did have
I'm
allergies.
I'm
a
allergic-
financial
Yeah,
allergy.
I'm allergic to paying for anything.
I had allergies.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, you definitely were under the
There
weather.
was
That's
something going
I think it would have gone very differently had you been
All right.
But
feeling well. But that's
Well,
nobody's
that's a
fault.
legitimate.
in a weird
Yeah.
way.
All
See,
right,
what you
so we
don't
postponed it.
what you don't know is I had spent a fair amount of time, and I enjoy doing this kind of thing. So I'm not saying this like I was a martyr or anything, but I had gone on various porn websites, escort sites in New York, and I had actually looked into paying to have somebody show up at the birthday and all of a sudden this Audrey
Oh my
Hollander lady fell into our lap. It was a great appearance and she had a lot of fun.
I
and
think that was actually better because
I
we might have
agree.
gotten Howard a job,
I
maybe
agree. But what I was saying is
a
like
new career.
I was trying to
A career.
I couldn't get it for less than like $800. And I was kind of like,
Well, there
oh.
was remember the one lady wanted
800.
something like that, right? The girl that we knew wanted like
Yes.
I want to say it was like around 800, maybe
Around that.
1,000.
Yeah. Something
You
like
want
that.
even
was
to
like-
jump out of the birthday cake?
No.
To just kind of like
That was-
Show up?
be
no,
on the show and maybe sit on your lap.
Well, that one. Well, there was
Wow.
one girl that like I was in
crazy.
sort of back and forth negotiations with, and she was
Yeah.
like, "You could take pictures. You could take 6 pictures."
A
I
lot of
decided.
stipulations.
I was like, "Lady, this is. I don't need."
6 pictures.
She's sending me a fucking rider. You know, she's
Oh,
like,
come on.
"I don't like almond milk. I like oat milk."
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"All right, you know what?"
Please.
these are my allergens.
I'm like, "It's an older guy. I just want you to let him sneeze on your pussy." And that's
but
it.
but
Was she
look-
that gorgeous or something?
This other one, I mean, she was.
But
fine.
now that would have been a disaster because he was clearly like not well.
It would've
So
been- yeah.
that would have been terrible because they would have been like,
Oh,
I
no, there was a
can't.
clause on that.
Yeah, there would have
No.
to be like a wellness,
A wellness,
clause.
yeah.
Yeah, that's be well with testing,
Yeah,
prior
yes.
testing.
It'd be funny though. Like she's like, "You have to pay me." I'm like, "No, he doesn't have a fever." So
Sure,
you have
yeah.
to finish it, and
Yeah.
we like have a we go. Listen, you want to take his temperature? Here it is. Go in the bathroom, put it right up his asshole, and she'd have to like take your temperature and everything. Listen, it would have worked out. It was.
I
I
didn't know about anything about this one.
Mm.
Did I? No.
Well, it didn't. We didn't want
Was
to.
that a different show?
No, it was just
Here's
for
the
that show.
Just somebody you met?
No,
Oh,
it was like
for that
Brian was
show.
shopping around.
I was shopping
Oh,
around.
you're
I was
shopping for
he had been
talent.
kicking tires for weeks.
yes. Listen,
And then
Yeah.
Audrey dropped out of the
No, and then
sky?
more
Yeah.
or less, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah.
cool.
And she was actually perfect because she
That's
was a little
adorable.
older,
Yeah, she was very
very
friendly,
accommodating.
very
Yeah,
cute.
see, that's who you want.
She was
yeah.
fine. I mean,
yeah.
But listen, all this work that went into this is kind of like hot dogs. You like a hot dog, you don't want to watch one get made. So we
Good point.
we put one on a bun for you,
You're like Howard. You don't want to
covered
see
in
him
covered in
get jacked
mustard
off
and yeah.
necessarily.
And I
Is
think
that the same?
Hey,
these other escorts,
a little respect for your elders.
yeah, these other escort girls or whoever they were more like, am I gonna like fuck him at your house? And I was kind of like, well, I don't know who's gonna fuck who, and then I'm kind of like paying for prostitute.
If Howard, had we gotten you a woman, would you have made love to her
In one of my children's
if we
rooms.
prepaid
What do we-
in one of
we-
in
yeah.
Brian's foyer?
yeah.
How much?
What do you
That's
mean?
See, that's what I'm saying. See, he's not your.
What
you-
do we have to pay you? No, it's a gift for you. You
Oh,
get
this would have
to,
been the birthday gift.
yeah, you
This is what
get to
yeah.
Consummate.
I think what would have
It's hard
happened had I
It's a
had
nice
got,
birthday gift idea.
I
Thank
think
you.
so.
You probably like a pair of cufflinks, but yeah. It's like what's that old Catskills joke? Like 90-year-old man is on the street, a hooker comes up and goes, I'll give you $20 for super sex. And he says, I'll take the soup.
Mm. Take the soup. Yeah.
Get it? Do
Yeah, get it?
do that in Jackie Mason.
So he's a guy sitting by himself. And a lady at the evening comes up to him and she says, listen, for $20, you can have soup or sex, super sex. The man goes, $20, I'll take the soup.
I'll take the soup.
Brilliant.
Not for nothing. I'll take
I
the soup.
love that.
We were just talking about because
love
Mel
that.
Brooks just turned 99.
Oh,
I
God
think, or
bless him.
98 or
Really?
something.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. You know what's annoying to me though is people were talking about how great Spaceballs is. Spaceballs is not a good.
I have
movie.
not seen it in
You're
20
not-
years, so I couldn't tell you if it holds
And
up.
now they're making a Spaceballs 2, which cannot be
With
really
with
Spaceballs
with Mel
Reloaded?
Gibson. Yeah, he's
Oh,
like
with Mel Gibson, not Mel
anti-Semite in
Brooks.
space. He's
Well,
Han,
that's coming. Yeah.
he's Han Jew hater.
Could you imagine?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah!
Rick Moranis?
Yeah, he's coming back for this. Apparently,
Is he really?
So yeah,
He's putting down the banjo for.
they're going. No, you're thinking of Steve Martin.
No, I'm thinking of he has, but maybe not a banjo, but he does country music.
Oh, he does. Oh my God,
Rick Moranis. Yeah, that's what he like. He left Hollywood to just raise his kids, but then he plays a country
Do I play
western.
the banjo?
Do you know who Rick Moranis is?
I know the name.
Have you seen the movie Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I saw Ghostbusters.
Okay, he was the
It was
little.
fun.
obscure film.
Ghostbusters. Yeah, fun.
He's a great movie. Little guy with the glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
got it.
Rick Moranis.
Was he on Saturday Night Live and stuff?
That's a
like
very
that?
good. He was on SCTV, I believe, which is the Canadian version of Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
He do a thing. He famously hosted SNL and had like a great like opening. He came out and he was like playing the harp. He was making fun of Bruce Willis.
Oh my God,
That ringing a bell, but this is like in the 80s.
Yeah,
but
we
yeah.
have to look at that.
He had a very funny like
When he was-
opening. I want to say that was SNL.
When he was Bruno, remember Bruce Willis did like he was Bruno.
That might have been what he was making fun
yeah,
of.
Bruce Willis
but
was
yeah.
in like a bar band. He called himself Bruno or something. I don't know. Now he's fucked up. Now he can't really do much probably.
No,
but
right.
and
What happened?
he has some sort of dementia, very
Degenerate
aggressive, degenerate
yuck.
dementia kind of thing.
Brain problems.
Yeah. How's your brain?
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Are
What,
you sharp?
Father?
Well, I didn't remember hardly anything of the Hollander episode, so
Well, you were
maybe it's not as sharp as
I think
thought it
I think you
was.
were not feeling.
Yeah,
well.
you had 107-degree
You
fever.
might have. You may
Yeah.
have.
At one point we poached an egg on your forehead.
Mhm.
You were just sitting there in a. We had to keep putting cold blankets on you, like trying to get your body temperature down, and
No, I remember sitting
in a puddle of your own
together
sweat.
after the show
Well, you were pretty well
in the
you fell-
apartment, and
you,
then when we went to
you
the
fell
Zuri
asleep.
Cafe.
You fell asleep on the
I
sofa,
needed it.
and
I
then we
needed
woke him up, and because her and I were talking about
it. I needed
where like a good coffee shop was in the area, and I'm like, I know a spot, but then I woke up Howard, and I remembered Howard
my
has a
buddy.
favorite place that's just
Yeah.
right down. And the place I was talking about was like 9 blocks away. So I'm like, let's go to
The
to
Zuri.
Howard's place. But
Yeah.
you were very quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a funny thing how it all came together and then it all fell apart. It's just a metaphor for like my life, really.
I
Okay.
will say there was a moment where it seemed like it was going to happen, and it really, it got real for a second. That
Did
like
it?
I was gonna have to see
Maybe-
Howard's
It was like the
pecker.
it was
Maybe
like-
you were just projecting.
No, no,
maybe
no,
it never
maybe
I was
got
just
that
hoping.
real.
I
I was
remember
dreaming.
I was
No,
there.
it was
Maybe you were
very,
dreaming,
She
hoping.
was okay with it. Like
And also here's the thing. It's a delicate. I've worked with a fair amount of, I don't know, for lack of a better term, like sex workers and adult people and things like that. And like, you don't want to like assume that something's going to be done for free, but you also don't want to assume that it's not going to be for. So like she had the perfect attitude to kind of like do it for a shining moment. Everything came together.
she was just looking for. I mean,
was
when
just-
you're like an OnlyFans girl, you need to load up with content.
But she
and-
also liked us. It
Yeah.
was like a nice. It was like
Yeah,
it
was
was a
fun.
very pleasant vibe. It wasn't. We
Yeah.
weren't. We weren't
Okay.
like. Once you have to start convincing somebody, like,
Right.
come
Yeah.
on, it's
She
his
did not.
birthday.
She did not seem weirded out
Yeah.
in the
Right.
slightest bit.
Like
She
you
trusted us.
like you go over and lock the door. You're
Yeah.
like,
Right.
come on, why
You're
are you being
not going
so?
anywhere.
Yeah, why are you being so fucking
Yeah.
uptight?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Jesus Christ, Ed Powers.
Yeah,
God.
she was down.
They said you were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Said
So-
you were easy to work with.
Yeah, more like not easy to work with. That's not very good, but so anyway, well,
I
listen,
like the easy to work with
Yeah.
better on that.
it's called yes and just agree, just okay. But
Yeah.
and she did, and it was all very organic. But
Mhm.
listen, we'll try it again if you can
Okay.
make
It was mostly just a scheduling thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that
Scheduling,
you
well,
weren't, but
scheduling.
I was like, I can't imagine the way that you're feeling getting up. I mean, it was like
Scheduling-
we would have had to be there at like 7 a.m.
scheduling and your typhoid. That
Eight-
also was
8 a.m.
Where would we have had to be
in her hotel room. I
hotel
don't
room?
remember where.
But it wasn't on the east
It was
side, though.
It was in the Eventi Hotel on 6th Avenue and 30th
Okay.
Street. So
Probably.
Yeah.
no, it was. I mean,
We got
That's
the
what she
it's a
said.
weird thing to make up.
Yeah, I don't think it was
It's a very
bragging
specific,
about.
lie.
Yes.
It was in the Eventi because I used to live on that block, and I was told her that, and she didn't care. But anyway,
Is that a
But-
good hotel now? Maybe it's changed.
no, it wasn't. There was never. It was a parking garage when I lived down there. So
Oh,
yeah, because I remember because my window looked out on the back of the parking garage, and the drivers would take the cars up on the roof and they would do donuts. And I used to like look at my window and just they'd be like, "Mrrr," and there's smoke be coming off the back of these tires. And
you have to do something for fun.
New York in the 90s is a fucking trip. I know.
That was
Very,
something.
very nostalgic about. It was so funny. The other day I was actually talking to Joe Rose, as a matter of fact, a friend of mine, and he was like, because he's moved to Austin now, and he goes, "How is New York doing? Like, how's New York doing?" And in terms of like the day to day, and I was like, I don't know, like it's fine. There's construction everywhere. It's just sort of the city's just
In the summer, it's kind of always that way.
But no, what I
Right.
mean is, I think he meant like the fiscal health of the
Oh,
city.
like meaning new
like,
things are being built.
It's doing fine. You know what I mean? Like, is it? And I have to say to people, like, look, I lived here. I was here in the late 80s and early 90s when the crack epidemic was running rampant in this town. It was a dangerous, weird, violent, because people don't like fentanyl. I know that, you don't do fentanyl anymore. It's been a couple of hours.
No, not anymore.
No. You're like, want to buy a seersucker jacket? Barely used.
Where do you keep your tinfoil?
But the thing about fentanyl or opiates for that matter is people are like, they're sleepy but crack, it's like an onomatopoeia. You really are agitated
A little
and you're
tweakier.
running around and you're trying to sell things and you're always on. You're just, if you're trying to either get more crack or you're on
like
crack.
a fire sale.
Yeah. You're
Why
just,
do people do that?
For items that don't belong
Well,
to you.
because you know what? It's a good question because I was thinking about that actually, that exact same question.
I think it's pretty addictive.
well, yes, but I also,
Yeah, but I mean, why would you start
Okay.
doing it?
Well, I think that both of you guys just took that completely serious.
We did.
it is. Well, here, I have an answer.
You're
for-
laughing. but
Turns
it's-
out it is.
It's not funny.
You
I
guys were
haven't-
so earnest.
I have an answer for you. What I feel
Please.
is there are a lot of people who are marginally living kind of hand to mouth anyway,
Yeah.
and they're kind of miserable, and they're like, you know what? I'll just become a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like they're not. They have
spice this
nothing
thing
going on anyway. They're
Nothing to lose,
Maybe they're already
quote,
homeless,
unquote.
and if frankly, people like to have a sense of purpose. So it's nice to get up in the morning
Yeah,
and just
to
be
have a
like,
sense of purpose.
and also crack
You're
isn't.
right.
It's not like a heroin thing where you go through withdrawal,
You
but
don't?
you desire that dopamine and the serotonin in
I
your.
think you get pretty agitated, but it's not like a dope sick. Like
No. So you just
heroin.
you just know you're going to feel good when you do it. It's not like it's not like with like a heroin withdrawal or even alcohol withdrawal. But so you
Yeah.
get up in the morning and you sort of sleep behind a fucking dumpster, or maybe you sleep in some shitty situation somewhere, and you get up in the morning and you're like, all right, let me just go.
Here we go.
Let me go find some fucking metal, and I'll go sell some scrap metal, and
Yeah.
I'll make $40, and that's going to be enough crack for like an hour and a half.
So how would you, on the resume, then you'd put in something like independent entrepreneur or something like that?
Yeah. I don't know that there's a lot of
Well,
crackheads
the dates.
bringing.
Self-starter, it's good. You know,
Yeah,
I-
self-starter.
if anything, I'm a
influencer.
perfectionist.
Now you'd be an influencer.
Yeah.
I like when when people go, what are your faults in an interview? And you go, you know what? I think my biggest fault is I don't have any faults.
Yeah.
I think that's
a
the
big
issue
fault.
that I
I
have.
show up early and I leave late.
Yeah.
Aw.
The problem I have is everyone at work is always annoyed with me because I'm so much better at my job than
Yeah.
they are.
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
That's how you humble brag.
Yeah.
But I think also crack is really quick. Like,
It is.
isn't it? You go up and you come down pretty fast.
Yeah. You have never smoked crack, right?
No.
No. Have you ever smoked crack?
Haven't. But
No.
I mean,
Loser.
it's early in the day.
Now, I don't even know where you could buy crack anymore. I mean, I think it's probably you can, obviously.
Sure.
I remember my friend who was a cocaine dealer, he once showed
That's
me
nice.
listen, do what you love, money will come. But he showed me once that he had a big bag of. I've smoked freebase a couple of times, but which is like crack, but you make it yourself. It's like it's like homegrown. It's like small batch.
Is there? But there's no
Small
baking
batch.
soda. You don't cook it like
you
baking
do.
soda. Oh, you do.
Oh, I tell you this story. Okay, so
You have, but
Okay.
we
Yeah.
didn't get into how it was made.
So I had a roommate, and what you do is you take the cocaine, you put it in a spoon, and then you mix it with a little baking soda and water, and then you put a lighter underneath the spoon, and you move the spoon around.
so it's just I get it.
And
It's just an individual. This is like doing a pour over coffee
yes,
as
This is
opposed
what you do
to a
when
batch.
you make, well, the way you make a batch is you do it in a
Sure.
like a saucepan.
right.
You could make a big batch. I've seen you've seen like in a movie. I've never actually seen somebody make.
I watched a lot of drug documentaries. I've seen people do it in a microwave.
Yes. I've seen some, but the way this roommate of mine did it was he took the spoon and he had the lighter underneath it, and he moved the spoon in such a way that he made a perfect round marble of crack, and which is basically smokable cocaine. So, and then he made it, and we used to have a gravity bong, which is a 2-liter bottle of soda, like a plastic soda bottle, with a 1-liter bottle in the middle with water in it. And so what you do is you put it in the water and you'd pull it up with the crack in the middle with a lighter, and it would create this smoke in the 1-liter thing. And then you put your mouth over it and you push the 1-liter into the 2-liter, and the water would push all that smoke up into your mouth. And so the first time I ever like tried this, I did basically a gravity bong hit of like a marble size of freebase. And I remember getting off of that and just standing on the wall and just being like, my entire fucking body was like vibrate. I was like,
Wasn't it scary?
Yeah, it was terrifying, but it was scary in that you're on like a roller coaster and you're not quite sure if the seat is gonna hold you.
Yeah,
you know,
scary.
It's scary. It's thrilling though. You know, it's
exhilarating.
That's the other part,
yeah.
side of the
and
coin.
Then you do that, and then I remember we continued to do it a little bit through the course of the night. But it was every time I did it, you would get high. But you didn't notice being high as much as you noticed you weren't as high as the time you did it before.
Chasing the dragon.
You sort of noticed that little, like the first time you did it, you're at a 10. Second time you're at like a 9.2. And then you kind of stay at like an 8 for a while. And you're just kind of, but then you don't notice the 8. You notice the 2 you don't have anymore, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Of course.
Okay. So
but
anyway,
as a way of life, this wouldn't last too long, would it? I mean,
well,
burn
people, listen,
out,
there
right?
are people that are Vietnam vets that just they smoke crack
Sure.
all the time. You just sort of like, you throw it into your.
I mean, that's a big part of it too, is like trauma or like PTSD, shit like that. People trying to like
crybabies,
forget what.
Yeah.
Right.
When I was
people trying to like just kind of calm the noise. I think that's how you get hooked.
Yeah,
typically.
When I was in the stand, that's what we called Afghanistan. When I was in the stand,
yeah.
You come back, man. That's it. Whatever happened over there is what happened. You know, these guys with their PTSD. I jerk off to memories of killing children. But
in a bush, you jump in a bush.
Yeah,
and you jerk
I
off.
would just jump in a bush and jerk
Crack
off.
went out.
I'd call Audrey Hollander, be like, "You want this for your OnlyFans?" She's like, "Stop calling me." Like,
how did you even get this?
I didn't get this number. I'm like, Adam gave it to me.
I know, lady. Remember?
You want to buy a PlayStation 2? Try it. Okay.
Yeah, you
I love the
immediately start
idea.
selling your appliances.
Afghanistan. Oh my God. Anyway, so that. But my point is like when people say to me like, "Oh, is New York?" I'm like, "Yeah,
New York. Yeah,
New York's doing fine as far as I can tell. It's doing
Seems
fine.
to be doing
doing fine
They're,
on this block.
well, I'm saying, but there's always.
I'm out in the.
Yeah,
I'm out. I'm
what
out
about
there.
where
It's
real
fine.
people live?
No, it's great. It's better.
If you cut me, I bleed.
Oh,
I mean, granted, it's a thick, well-herbed vitamin blood full of money. It's so stupid. My blood is like cashmere. Yours is just wool.
Caviar.
Yeah, caviar. You know, my friend just told me. I saw my friend last night, and he said that out east, you know, you don't say the Hamptons. It's very gauche. You say out east.
Yes.
Out east, apparently in Sagaponack, which is a little town out east. It's a really very big billionaire town. And he said there are 2 vending machines out there, and the vending machines serve up caviar and exotic cheeses. So you go to
How is that?
well, it's probably refrigerated. Listen,
It's gotta be.
if you can buy Japanese panties in a vending
Yeah,
machine,
but those are
Well, it's the New
shelf
Horn and
stable.
Hard Art.
Those the funkier the better though.
but they're still
Caviar you don't want.
but you still want to keep it refrigerated because it's
you
fresh.
think
I would-
they refrigerate the undergarments?
something like that. They can't just
Oh.
be because I think if you set them room temperature, you get all that Asian pussy smell.
Well, your hamper's not refrigerated.
I keep mine in the crisper.
Or maybe yours.
I keep all my dirty bits in the crisper next to all my legumes. No, but you can keep it. Look, you walk up to a vending machine. You hit. It's kind of like you hit a button.
I'm saying it's a
I
modern
mean, I've
day
seen.
Horn and
Yeah, I
Hard
mean,
Art.
I've seen like.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they have ice cream ones, so of course. But I
Yeah.
just think it's a funny thing to sell in a vending machine. Like,
I think it's funny. Like it's 3 a.m. and you're like, I don't know, you're in
like, oh, I got the munchies.
Yeah, you're like let's go get a tin of Ocetra and some brilliant Savarin. So I guess, but
It seems like the sort of the market for person that wants that product, and then the person that's willing to buy that in a vending machine are not. It seems
Well,
like they're not
I
the
also-
same
yeah.
clientele.
caviar keeps.
What do I know?
Caviar keeps indefinitely.
But okay,
I believe so anyway. So I think it's like you're going to sell enough of it. And sometimes you have some people over, and you're like, "Fuck, I have all this stuff. I have the blinis, I have the eggs, I have the onion, but I missed. I don't have the caviar. Son
And
of a gun."
it's too late.
And you also
the shops are
7-Eleven.
closed.
Yeah, and you can't say to somebody coming over, "Can I bring anything?" Yeah, can you bring 2 ounces of Savruga caviar, please?
Oh, I don't know. You can say.
Well, it depends on who it is. If
Well,
it's How was Jeff Bezos' wedding? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, very much.
I
so.
bet.
I hadn't been in Venice since many, many years.
Did-
Even with all of the noise and stuff,
Did they have
still so
venison on the
beautiful.
menu? That's what I would have had. I would
Oh,
have said.
Oh yeah, you gotta have
yeah.
Venetian
what's
venison.
Funny about that is like that guy is such a fucking nerd because all of these
He
people,
is?
all these he invited all these people were all these A-list celebrities he invited to his wedding, like Leonardo DiCaprio and just all these Oprah. He doesn't know these people. Like if
They're not his friends.
if I was worth $100 billion, I would not give a fuck if fucking Oprah and Gayle King came to my wedding. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't like who cares.
And that's exactly why you're not worth
That's
100
exactly
million. That's
why.
why we're not worth because
why.
we're
But
not
that's exactly why.
the fucking we're not dorks that
yeah.
That's
I mean,
exactly
sadly,
why.
a symptom of being that big of a dork is a lot of money. So, I mean, I'm not saying I would run,
but you
but
would
it's
and like the
You
woman
know.
he married, I mean, look,
Lauren Sanchez, yeah.
covered in plastic surgery.
She is.
It's
God.
bizarre.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. I have now I want to ask.
Yes,
Are
please.
those real or not real?
Her tits?
Definitely not.
No,
She's
nothing.
Are
enhanced
you
in
kidding?
every
For
bit of her.
sure.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure every bit of her is enhanced. Yeah.
That's
She's-
terrible.
She's like
She's-
50 some
she's
years
taut.
old. Yeah. She's honestly like he could have done if you're going to marry like a trophy wife, kind of whatever that is, he could have done a lot better, honestly.
Oh,
maybe
my
they're
God.
in love though.
Oh my God.
I bet you, I'm sure they are in love. I'm
Well,
sure
You
that-
could do better by like one of his staff,
I'm sure-
probably like just anybody.
Yeah.
He has to have like a hot concierge.
not
or
anymore. She
something.
does. I guarantee that woman has cleaned out.
Oh
every
yeah,
house.
they've all been
Yeah.
fired.
You got it. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but here's the thing: have you seen
Aw.
pictures of her pre?
Yeah,
She's beautiful.
yeah, she's gorgeous.
She just she like porn. She went like the porn route, just
Okay,
ruined her
so-
face
See, that's
and
that's
body.
another thing that I liked about Audrey. She's natural.
Well,
Is that true?
yeah.
Oh wait a
Her
minute.
I mean,
well, if
she's
She looked natural
enhanced
to
her
me.
bosom. Her
She-
bosom is enhanced.
Oh,
she
it
has a
is?
very
Yeah.
natural beauty, and you didn't see
Yeah,
this.
she's-
I think you were
Yeah.
napping on the couch. But
Oh,
she
yeah.
was, she
What-
was
what
showing me
happened?
her ass. She was showing me her ass, and she was telling me, she was like, "Grab my ass, squeeze my ass." And I mean,
That might have been before he showed up.
No, it was after.
Oh, it
I
was
promise
okay.
you. Yeah,
wow,
we-
so
we
she
were-
slept through it.
Well, I was napping through that.
Yeah, we were taking pictures.
Oh, man, I really was out of
You
it.
were in a
No, she
puddle.
was
Of,
fun.
You
She
were in a
was
puddle
fun.
of fever sweat,
Mhm.
laying there, just shivering, and yet hot. Didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was really
I was
contradictory.
allergies.
At one point, I said to Adam, "I said, if he dies in here, what do we do?
Yeah, what do we
I
do?
call the porter, the
Did we make
doorman?
a claim?
Somebody? Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't even. I don't know your girlfriends. I don't even know
I
how
You
very
you.
even how to get in touch with her?
Quickly
No.
took out a
Well,
policy.
the cops would
I'd
know
call
about it.
Stephanie. I would just call Stephanie.
Stephanie would
I'd be
know.
like, you got to help me with Howard.
We could hunt
Stephanie
down.
would know.
You called.
Stephanie would
you
know.
called your girlfriend from my phone one time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I could look through and
Okay.
I could
Yeah,
find it
there's
'cause I don't
ways.
make many phone calls. So
I'm
Having
sorry
said that,
about
if you feel like you're going to die, just go in the hallway. This is a
yeah,
rental.
try to
Yeah.
get to the common.
We'll take
area.
care of it, but just not in here.
Right.
There's a security
Okay.
deposit.
Well, hey, we should. We're gonna go over to the
Okay.
behind the beaded.
We're going to
curtain.
jump over. Just everybody else, listen. Thank you. Okay?
Thank you.
That's all we can say. Thank you for being part of this. Remember, share the show, like the show. Just do all that shit you're supposed to do. I'm feeling a little sort of disheartened about.
I feel like I should start doing
What,
this
are
part of
the,
it because I
new-
feel like you're self-conscious about it. I
Oh,
have no
yeah.
problem.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, hit it. Baby.
Share the clips when the clips come out. If you want to become a member, you're on YouTube right now. You can just click. You
Yep.
can just become a member. You know how to do that. Or if you want to do the Patreon, it's patreon.com/Brian McCarthy.
Yes.
And
I'm sorry. Are
and,
the
and we do the
Nielsen's
bonus.
not good? Sorry.
What's that?
No, go ahead.
He
Are the
was-
Nielsen ratings
no, we're
down?
doing-
Because
yeah.
I haven't been on in a while.
We're,
No, we're good.
Oh, okay,
No,
good.
it's good,
Oh,
but it's
all
a
right.
thing where you got to promote.
You got to
and,
promote.
yeah,
I know.
no,
it's
we're
sort of
F Troop.
embarrassing
F Troop is
sometimes,
killing us.
but-
Well,
F Troop.
Yeah.
Airwolf.
Yeah,
we're going
Airwolf.
up against Airwolf.
Yeah,
Night Rider.
Yeah. No, listen.
I know,
my
promotion
my
is-
cultural background. You're supposed to not make a big deal about.
I agree with you.
who you are.
I agree.
Right.
I don't want
I
to
think
be.
maybe because
You're in the-
Nick says share the clips.
Yeah, share the clips, Nick.
Yeah.
And we do.
It's all he says. Share the clips. It's all I have.
He's
Aw,
Nick. By the way,
Nick,
he's
funny.
Nick's
Where's
very
Nick?
funny. Nick
You've
makes
got
our
more
clips.
than that, Nick.
Where's
but
Nick?
I appreciate the
he one of the
self-deprecating
English?
humor.
And also,
He's in Jackson Heights, Queens.
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here.
see, we have a word in Irish. It's called hazer. And I don't want to be a hazer, so that's what which
Yeah.
I
I
love
think maybe
old
because my
Gaelic.
name, it's your name on the show. Maybe it's like not weird for me to do it.
Go right
Because I
ahead.
don't mind.
All right.
I
Well, you're
have
good
no
at
problem.
it. You're good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's do what Adam did.
You act like people are. You're asking them to help you move.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I'll have pizza, but not pizza and beer, but beer after we move, not during the move, because I don't want you guys dropping my sofa.
Right.
Everybody, it's a sectional, but let's keep it that way. So everybody, thank you. We'll see you next week. We're still here from the rental fucking place. We're going to be here
for the beach house.
Yeah, that's right. Waka waka. Okay, guys, we'll be back right with the bonus show. So
if you want to watch it live, become a member.
Patreon,
or you watch it tonight. Patreon.com/Brian McCarthy.
Sorry.